Welcome to On Second Thought. Well, my mama was raised in an era where clean water was only served to the fair skin. Doing clothes, you would have thought I had help, but they weren't satisfied till I picked the cotton myself.
You see that?
Yeah, we ain't gonna say all that.
Oh, all right,
you
then.
you see it. But anyways, welcome to On Second Thought, everyone. I am your host, Mike Hayes, and I got a special guest with me, Mr. Scotch55, also known as Brian Sullivan,
2 times.
owner of the free agency. What did you call it? Shoe Haven, Sneaker Haven is what we he likes to refer to it as. Welcome back, Brian.
Yeah, we at a sneaker penthouse now, man.
Oh,
we at
okay.
Chattanooga sneaker penthouse now.
Oh, okay.
We upgraded, man. Moving on up. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at now.
All right, man. So in our main episode, we were talking about a lot of around what happened with PNB Rock and fashion in our community and high fashion, and how has it became a way to I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Has it become an idol in the black community as far as high class fashion and things of that nature? So in this episode, in this spinoff of second thought, I want to talk more about we kind of wrap things up about talking about giving back into the community and black entrepreneurship. So I wanted to we kind of touched on some things there, and I want to talk about hey, who hit you up?
It's really lit, man. Apparently the drumming notifications just went out. My bad.
Hey, you don't get enough talk about my drumsticks. Drumsticks all day, baby. But anyways,
Drummy gang or die.
I wanted to talk to you about you being an entrepreneur, a black entrepreneur. It's about, how to support black entrepreneurship, and then also how black entrepreneurship should support the community in a way. And so we'll start off with, support of black businesses. I think one thing, and we're gonna have a much deeper conversation about this on a real episode, but not a real episode, a longer episode
dedicated.
Yeah,
to that question.
Yeah, and so
it's really
me and
shopping black.
Yeah, me and you have had this discussion before, and for me, I think one thing I ask you: would you rather someone stop patronizing your business because of bad experiences, or to tell you about the bad experience?
I mean, I want to know, because I feel like personally I would like to at least an opportunity to rectify the situation, change the situation. If you had a bad experience with me, like, let's talk about it. We grown, first of all. You know what I'm saying? And I would rather know, like, hey, this is what, you felt I did wrong. And I can tell you, it's crazy because we just had this, I had this experience this past weekend, and it kind of, it's kind of really relates to this whole situation. I had a guy, I can go ahead and tell the experience.
Yeah.
So I had a guy, who comes and shops, you know what I'm saying? He's one of our regular customers, right? I feel like personally, I kind of go above and beyond, you know what I'm saying? And, we had a good relationship. He asked for shoes. We did our part. We get that. Sometimes you need to ask if we need to, maybe extend how long we hold them for him. I ain't no problem with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Your money good with me. Well, long story short, he asked me for a shoe. I came through because I always come through. I'm always going to come through. If you ask me, I'm going to come through. You feel me? And 2 days later, he kind of wanted to step back and like renege on the whole situation because I guess he felt he found them somewhere cheaper. And my thing is, we already took care of what we took care of. Like, you paid for it and everything. It's kind of, signed, sealed, and delivered. So it's like, we can't go back on that. You feel me? So he was kind of irate. He kind of got mad about the whole situation, So it was like, I felt like we could have handled that a whole different thing, a whole different way. I get it, but at the same time, you shouldn't have called me first before you did your homework. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you do your homework, that's different, because you asked me, and my thing is, I'm going to give you the best that I got, and I'm always going to come through. So,
I will say, like, I think sometimes people think that, okay, if I ask you for something and it's not in the price range I want, it means that I'm not supporting if I don't buy it after I asked. And
No,
we've had that encounter before between you and I, where I like, hey, I'm looking for this shoe. You tell me the price, and I say, I can't afford that. I'm gonna go.
I gotta respect that,
Yeah.
bro. I gotta respect that. I feel like oftentimes society feels like support is money, and I personally feel like it's deeper than that. And I'll tell people like, don't buy it because I'm black. Buy it because you like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't choose this, my skin color, obviously, but I personally, my skin color doesn't affect the amount of passion that I have and I put into this stuff. Buy it because, you see that I really love it and the experience that I give you is worth that, or tell a friend, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you can't afford it, like, me personally, you telling a friend, spreading the word means way more to me than your dollar because, you could not even really want to support me, but because we're the only person with the product, you got to buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that changes everything. But if you take this and you tell somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody, that's different because you telling them about your experience. That means you enjoyed yourself. You know what I'm saying? That means something that we did left a lasting impression and you want to spread that word with somebody. So, that's my idea on support. Like, I often people come in, oh, I gotta buy something, I want to support black business. You just walking through my door is good enough for me. Like, don't feel like, essentially it almost feels sometimes like you kind of trying to say like, oh, I gotta help him out because of this and this and this. He's out here, nah, just do it because you appreciate what I'm providing to the city, bro. Like, I'm trying to give a luxury to the city and something that you can't, you know what I'm saying, that you can't really find in the city. So like,
Let's touch on
don't
that.
buy it.
So you talked about providing a luxury to the city. Like, so what? Talk about like your what motivated you to open up a sneaker shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was your motivation? Like, I know you've talked about bringing something because it's quite interesting since you came on the scene. Now we see different
Probably like 8 new stores now, you know what I'm
So
saying? But it's cool. It's enough, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can eat. I'm not tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just from the background that I have of traveling all over the world, seeking some of the rarest and, best sneakers and being able to bring it to the city where someone who doesn't have as much information as I did when I was their age to find stuff can just come in one-stop shop. Sneakers, man, sneakers probably the hottest commodity out right now. Like
I would agree.
let's just be honest.
I
Like,
would agree.
it's not too many things that can compare to it. Sneakers essentially is the new Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? The new what's them Beanie Babies, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing about it is, with sneakers, people need it because the majority has 2 feet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, that's one of the things. Like, you don't have to carry these around like a Beanie Baby or trade them like cars. You can wear them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting right here with $2,000 shoes on right now. You feel me? So it's just like something that you can enjoy. But it's yeah, they 2K. They 2K.
I'm just trying to see what they were.
Yeah. Satin one. Shout out to Walters. You see the hat? You know what I'm saying? One's Tober is almost over. One's Timber, my bad. One's Timber. Dunk Tober's on the way. But yeah, so it's like, I just wanted to provide that service.
Wait a minute. Say it again.
Dunk Tober.
I ain't never heard it, bro.
You won't because it's original. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my management, W Management. You know what I'm saying? We came up with that whole concept. You know what I'm saying? So it's trademark. Dunk Tober. You feel me?
Dunktober, all
Yeah.
right.
But
I can dig it.
yeah, but it's just, I just wanted to provide something that as a, growing up, something that I love doing. And now everybody loves doing it. And now instead of you having to wait for stuff to get shipped in or go all across the country, it's right here in your city, right here in your backyard.
Gotcha.
And apparently it's 8 more stores just like mine. Well, not just like mine.
Well,
Somewhat
I
close.
told you from the jump, like when the thing that attracted me to this store was I've been to a couple of the other stores before I knew who the owner was or anything about free agency, and when we went to the other stores, it was me and my wife like sneakers, and it was just the environment, the experience wasn't nice. It was no one spoke to you. When I walked in here for the first time, you were here. You spoke. We had a whole
Yeah,
conversation
we had a long
before
conversation.
we even talked about buying
Yeah,
shoes. We had a
Mike
whole
went from a customer to my brother in like the duration of his first visit. Shout out to my boy Mike. Man. You know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, man. So I will agree. It is about having that experience. So let's flip it a little bit because you talked about, well, not flip it, but you talked about providing the community some things, a luxury with the sneaker brand, sneaker shop. But what's some other ways you feel as like a entrepreneur should support his or her community when they start a business here? Like, what's some other ways it helps build?
I feel like you really gotta kind of share the game. Like, a lot of people, look at you and they ask, how you do it. You kind of got to just be willing to let them know, like, because the thing about it is a lot of people might need that extra push. Like, it don't got to be the same thing. Everybody's not competition. You can't think like that. Like, it's enough money in the city for everybody to do something. But, you got to provide that service to someone who feels like they have no other way out. Because at one point in time, I felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was the only way out for me because this is what I love doing. I didn't want to work for someone for the rest of my life, So it was like, hey, let me take this opportunity and try this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a success. You gotta share that. Like, I feel like as an entrepreneur, that's how you gotta give back to your community. Among other things. You know what
So
I'm saying?
basically, teaching them how to fish.
Yeah, you gotta teach them how to fish, man. Because I mean, if somebody can come in here and I can, discount. But if I show somebody like, hey, this is what I did to get here, this is how long it took me here, that's gonna stick longer with somebody. You never know. They might flip it and want to sell couches. Everybody don't want to just, sell the same thing, but they can take that same concept and do that. Like, so I think that's what you have to do as far as a successful entrepreneur, you know, share those failures, share those success stories and stuff because you never know who you're going to inspire to do something different.
Before I ask you the next question, what's the biggest lesson thus far did you learn in being in entrepreneurship?
Focus on the people. Well, focus on the work, not the people. And I learned that from my brother Clack, Resident Clack, number 89 photography. And when I say that, it was broke down to as long as you're doing good work, the people gonna support it. The people gonna like it. Like until you try to kind of please people, it changes. You know what I'm saying, your concept because you can't please everybody.
So that's dope. That's dope. So moving on. So you and I got a partnership that we working on that's coming up soon. And
Run it up.
let's
Run
speak
it up
on
records.
speak on it and kind of promote it. So we got Ruckus at Ivandale. You give a little bit about what that is. I'll let you kind of explain it.
Rucker at Avondale is I just want to pay homage to the game of basketball and how much it really means to chat and not just chat but kind of the world, like how much of a big deal when we were growing up playing basketball was a big deal. We used to have a lot more open gyms where people can go play. We don't have as many gyms no more. And, it used to be a kind of 7 days a week thing. You would go here, Booker T would be crowded, or, somebody would open up a church and you would go get good runs in. And, essentially, if you know the history behind New York and Rucker Park, that's the basketball mecca. And I just want to create that atmosphere, from New York down here in Chat because I feel like, it's Chat has a good sports background, and it's something that we can really do, something for the community. If you see like a lot of old videos, they used to pack Rucker Park out. And I feel like we can do that in Chat, and have good games because we have the names that, came through the city and was able to ball for real. So that's where the Rucker and Avondale, they just, built a new outdoor basketball court We don't have many in the city. And I just feel like we came up with a great idea, different thought, Dynamo Studios, the house, free agency, to kind of come together and give the community something like that they need. Basketball season coming up, you're 20 for LeBron, so it's like, why might as well pop it off, you know what I'm saying, in the city before we lock in for real. We're trying to see what Pat Bear's talking about.
So yeah, we word. So just a little bit more information. So it's gonna be on October the 9th. The event's gonna start at 11. Tip off is gonna be around 12:30, 1 o'clock, around that time. And it's 4-team tournament. We're gonna have musical guests. We
got some musical guests coming,
and we're gonna have some things for kids. We're gonna have food trucks. So we want to invite everybody within the sound of my voice to come to Chattanooga, come to Avondale Rec Center, and just have a good time. Mainly, we want to promote positivity, because part of the reason, you mentioned it earlier, that we used to have basketball courts and people playing all day, every day of the week. But part of the reason that kind of shut down is because we slowly forgot how to act.
Facts.
So when we telling people to come out, don't come with that mess. Yeah. We will have security there, but this is about the community and positivity and just promoting that. With that being said, you got another event coming up at the end of October. That's at the beginning.
Yeah,
what's going on at the end?
Kicks in the Valley. We also bringing a nice little sneaker show to the city as well, because the sneaker culture in the city, I feel like, is one of the biggest in the country, and why not have a sneaker show here in Chat? You know what I'm saying? One of the hottest stores in the Southeast. Might as well have a little show, have some fun. Me and DJ Shy, we work together to bring it. This is the second one. This is number 2. So, you know what I'm saying? Gonna have it bigger and better than ever. Yeah, man. It's a lot of shoes in the city, so let's see it.
What we do? What tell the listeners out here what did you do to get tickets or whatnot?
Tickets, you gonna have to come to the shop, or you can hit us on the Instagram. Kicks in the Valley. You can always come stop by. We still got a couple tables left as well. Yeah, you just, we make that happen. October 29th, Grand Falloon. I think it's going to be from 12 to 6. So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of vendors out there, man. It's going to be pretty fun. It'll be pretty dope. We're just going to do it for sneakers, Sneakers, fashion, and, whatever you got. If you selling something that's all in the same, because it's just one big culture. Everything relates. Watches, hats, T-shirts, jeans, all that stuff. You selling something, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want a table, you want to be a vendor, reach out to us. We'll make it happen. And I think, going back to the basketball game, I think the basketball game is kind of the opener for the Hip Hop Summit, right?
Yes, it is also the Hip Hop Summit that's going on. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
So the Hip Hop Summit will kick off on Sunday as well, October 9th, and this the Ruckers at Avondale will be the kickoff to the Hip Hop Summit, and we they're working with us to. Matter of fact, DJ D-Wit is working with us, who's also affiliated with the Hip Hop Summit, so he's working with us.
Memphis.
The most beautiful land in the world. Memphis, man. Cause this right here in my heart. But anyways, man, anything else you want to put out there for the people, man?
Hey, man, just make sure your shoes real out here, man. Make sure you buy for somebody, buy from a trusted seller. It ain't got to be me. Obviously, it's a lot of stores in the city. Just make sure your shoes real. You know what I'm saying? And come see us. You know what I'm saying?
And I've seen them in action. They know what they're talking about.
Sheesh.
Matter of fact, yesterday I saw them in action.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a fake.
Yeah, somebody came in here with some shoes, and they told them right off bat.
Yeah, we got that kid right, though, man. Shout out to that kid. He bought a pair of them J Balvins.
Yeah.
We got a couple sizes left, too. You know what I'm saying? You trying to light it up. I think that's what I'm pulling out for the game. I don't know. I haven't decided. Why not?
Because that's what I'm supposed to be wearing.
Well, my pair is here. Yours is on the way. So, you know, it might get lost in transit. I'm not wishing that on you,
Y'all
but
see-
have
y'all
something
see
backed
it, bro.
up. You know,
Y'all see it,
I don't
bro.
know what we're doing, but I'm telling y'all now, when y'all come to the game, y'all better come correct, you know, because it's going to be fun. We out there going to be shining. I might check in the game. I don't know yet, but team free agency, we're going to be in the championship game. I'm not going to say I'm going to win it all, but I will say that we will be playing for the title when it's all said and done.
So
I don't know who.
I'm volunteering J Mac and Kyle Richard to appoint themselves into the game because
Oh, okay. You say you ain't
Nah.
going in.
Nah.
That's fine, man. We'll get
Justin
Mr. J.
and his 1.5 knees.
Oh, dang. He can guard me, bro. I ain't got no need, bro. But don't meet me in the paint. You feel me? I'm a big guy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But nah, man, we just going to have fun, man. We're going to have a good time, man. We got food trucks popping up. We got stuff for the kids, little blow-up houses and stuff for the kids. We're going to have great music. It's gonna be lit, man. The Shell gas station got chicken right across the street. So if you don't like what the food trucks got, you can always hop over there. It's a Little Caesars to the right of us. You know what I'm saying? So whatever kind of flavor you got that day, bro, we pretty sure we can make something happen. And a barbecue spot down the street too. Old Plantation. It's under new management, so I don't know how good that food is
But
right
we got
now.
we're gonna have some barbecue
But yeah,
there
we're
too.
gonna have some barbecue. What Soul Q pulling up, right?
Soul Q's pulling up.
We got
Uncle
some
Larry's.
oatmeal. Uncle Larry's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Oatmeal experience. Man, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? It's just we're trying to take it back to, you know, when we had
Just having a good
times
time,
and
man.
shit.
Just this basically all it is having a good time. And with that, man, anything else? Anything for the peanut gallery around us?
Oh man. We don't know.
Peyton over there like,
Drink
man.
black. You know what I'm saying? Drink black.
Peyton over
you
there
know
like,
what
man, y'all need to wrap this up.
Shout out W management. You know what I'm
But
saying?
anyways, man, as always,
Clevelanders.
as always, make sure you come out and support us for on October 9th and October the 29th. October the 9th will be at Avondale for the Rucker at Avondale, and then October 29th, the Grand Falloon for Kicks in the Valley.
Yeah.
And with that, on second thought, think first. Thank you for listening on Second Thought.